What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good, and you?
I mean, it's just mad cold, man.
Hey, say that again. I can tell you drinking coffee or tea.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
I just heard that. No,
Definitely.
Same here.
Otherwise, how you doing, man?
And I'm tired.
Life of an upcoming superstar.
Hey, I hope. I hope, dog. Like, I mean, all this hard work needs to pay off someday, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So everyone who's just joined us for the first time, just give them a quick intro. Who is Mdoovar?
Yeah. How can I
This is the easiest one, bro. This is the easiest one.
I'm a DJ first and a producer. A boy from Soweto who's favored by God, I guess. Hence my EP, Ntwana God. Yeah. So I mean, let's just say I'm the guy that's always been at the back all the time, with a lot of artists. Yeah. A lot of artists.
You don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I don't. You know, when you check yourself, you try to say a lot, but keep it as minimal.
Not too much. Yeah. So now, when do you decide that, you know, we're getting into the music, and who are some of the people that influenced you, you know, to start making music?
Sure. Yo, my grandfather. Pardon?
Yeah. No, go.
I guess my grandfather and my mother. That's where the love of music came from, and DJing. It's always been a thing of mine, I guess. Just making people happy, man. I've always wanted to see my friends happy. And my mom used to call me Father Christmas, because I would give away a lot of things of mine. And then now when I need it, I go back to her, you know.
Oh, yeah, you're like, yo.
Aish. But the love of producing was sparked by a friend of mine, Sanel, who's formerly known as Sanel Musician. That guy is amazing. So... he's the one who's always told me, no, you should try it. But I never wanted to learn how to produce. I just loved DJing. You know, as things progress, you realize that, you know what, I want to learn how to produce.
Yeah, I want to make my own now.
Yeah, but I haven't focused on myself, I guess. I didn't focus on myself. I just wanted to see other people make it. And I had resources, so I would share those resources. And then only now I realized, you know what, let me just focus on me. Not now, but yeah, for the past like 2 years, I've been trying to focus on me. And then it was just unforeseen circumstance during September that I decided, you know what, let me focus on pushing this thing. Yeah.
It's crazy how you're mentioning your friend Sanele. It's so amazing to see that most of the people who are in the industry now have known each other from way from way back.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. You guys share a certain struggle that most people don't know, and they're like, these guys, they're just friends because they're in the limelight, you know. But it's not like that normally. Normally, it's the people that really hunt that catch the prey, you know. Yeah.
You're very like when I listen to your music and when I'm like talking to you now, you're much calmer. Hey, like your music is moving, you're very relaxed. You know, you're very calm guy.
My friends would disagree. Like,
you're gonna get comfy. The interview just started. You're gonna get comfy. It's fine.
Maybe. I hope I remain the same. I know I would, because I've been around the successes of my friends, you know. I've seen some people change, but most of my friends, they don't. Yeah, it's like it's really yeah.
Stop giving me PR answers, bro. Get comfortable. Talk to your people. You need PR answers. I need you to be you, bro. I need you to be you.
Yeah. Okay.
Calm down.
You know.
No one's watching. You're not low.
I mean, normally I hardly go on live.
Sure.
This is the first time of which you guys are lucky.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like I worry too much. Now we can't cut our hair. Everyone is just...
All our hair is horrible, bro. We're just giving kids good content. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But,
so now fast forward to Thingy, where I personally discovered you was on YFM, because I'm just an avid listener, and I would hear the song like mates like 10 times a day. I'm like, who is this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how important do you think is the platform radio right now in an age of digital for artists to break through? I mean, you're one of the guys who've popped through radio.
What I can say is every platform is important. I'll give you a perfect example. There's a guy that I used to work with. He was a DJ. I hope he gets his breakthrough, because I'm hoping I'll help him someday as well.
Yeah.
But he used to make mega mixes. So these mega mixes are made by a program called Acid, you know?
Yeah.
Acid Pro. So that software didn't make sense to me then, you know? Like, no, you need to make these mixes. People need to... And I'm like, if people listen to that thing and I can't do it live, I can't do it, you know? And I was this guy that thought, man, social media is gonna sell people dreams and stuff. Fast forward 2 years later, this guy is well known, better than me now. It's like, what happened now? It's no longer a time of sharing a business card, because I had my own sound system. That's when I started DJing properly. I had my own sound system, so you get booked and people get to know you through word of mouth. But when social media kicked in SA, it's like, everything changed. So he started getting gigs more than me, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should have, you know. By that time, I felt like it's too late, you know. That's why I kept on postponing and focusing on me. And then I was like, you know what, I'm tired. Let me just do it. Wherever you are, start with what you have. You know? Yeah. So that's how... Yeah.
How is that feeling now when you're sitting at home and Uyalazi piano comes on? You're sitting at home and you're like, yo, this is me now.
You know what? It feels different. It feels different because back then it was a celebration for a friend of mine. Toguti, I'm just helping a friend, and then the song becomes big, and I'm like, yes, he's finally in, and then we are all gonna be in. And then few months later, you realize nothing changes. A year passes, nothing changes, and then you're like, oh, so you need to do it yourself. You know, so now it feels like, okay, so anything is possible. Anything is possible, whether you're young or old. Your breakthrough is, no one knows it. It's only God, I guess. Yeah.
I like how you ended that statement, because look at the first question that people want to know.
Why Ntwana God? I mean, so when I was 18, I was in matric in Lynn Park in a boarding school in KZN. I came back this side. I started applying late, and I was like, you know what? Since I didn't get accepted at UJ and VEDS and all that, I'm gonna try and focus on improving my marks. You know, that thing didn't go well. I failed. I was like, you know what? I'll keep my marks from last year.
I don't need these new ones.
Yeah, I don't need these new ones. These ones are wrong. Keep them, you know? So I went to apply for IT. I did my programming there. And then fast forward 3 years later, I'm called to come and work. And then, yeah, I did IT. I was a professional in programming for 5 years. In that process, I'm DJing as well.
Hey.
And then towards the last year of IT, I was busy with a guy called Sia Shezi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he in hip hop. So I was helping him out there. We started working together. And then, yeah, everything went south, I guess, for IT. And then that's when I started fully focusing on music. Yeah. So when that happened, I reached rock bottom where I had no money now coming in. And having to be paid like a salary every month and to nothing.
Yeah.
You know? And since then, 5 years later, and I've never suffered from poverty. I've always had shelter. I've been blessed with working with a couple of my friends that are big now, you know. So I was like, you know what, whether I like it or not, I would be unfair, you know. It would be unfair of me to say I'm not blessed.
Sure.
You know, so I just said, you know what, who got to stand a song, you know, Mara, I mean, you know, so that's how it came about. It was like, you know what, I mean, umthanda more. If ukhona omunye umuntu amthandayo, umthanda njengami. Mara, yeah, I felt like I'm his favorite son because out of everything bad that I've done, he's always given me a second chance. Yeah, I've always had a second chance in many things. Yeah, so
that's a powerful story, bro.
Yeah, like no one changes. Not no one, but it's hard to change a profession and start from ground up again and still make it, you know? And I don't know how many times I've been told, you know, and the not best advice. The advice I normally get is that, no, why don't you do it part-time?
You see that one? It's tricky.
You know, part-time, man. Part-time is sad because when you do something part-time, you get less results.
Yeah,
but
you get paid like you're doing it part-time.
Yeah. So I didn't see myself doing anything without doing it fully. You know, but there are times where you needed money, like, maybe I should have.
Could have. Yeah. Doubt is a part of the struggle. Hey? Genuinely, I feel like doubt is part of the struggle.
Yeah, it is. But what sparks up doubt most of the time is growing up in a... This one is...
It's tricky. Just say it, bro. We're connecting with the people. Just talk.
Sometimes I feel like us as Black people, it's hard to support each other it's really hard to support each other, especially if your goal doesn't pay you now.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that are never there, but once it starts picking up,
then they want to all of a sudden.
They come back. So I guess, yeah, we just need to support those friends, you know. I'm not saying everyone is talented. I'm not saying everyone is not, but you never know.
Not everybody.
If you put work in, you will reap your reward. You know, that I know for sure. I've seen it happen, I guess, twice.
That's so powerful. That's so powerful, bro. So now, with you starting your journey out and deciding, you know what, I'm gonna chase this music entirely. Did you start out making piano, or did you just grow and evolve and find sounds that you're interested in and come up with the sound that's for you?
So how it came about is that I always felt like, you know what, I need to start up this, do this, but I didn't know how to properly, you know. And having a background of IT, I knew, and I've lectured people before, so I knew when you need to know something, you need fundamentals. So I would instead of learning how to produce first, I would learn a program, of which it was Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops, yeah.
Yeah. So I started learning the program and then tried to learn how to play a piano, you know. So I realized that having to work with a friend of mine again, who taught me that in production, sometimes you don't need to play everything yourself, you know. So he taught me a very powerful thing. I was like, yo, okay. So if you can't play this properly the way you want it, get someone to play, and then, you know. So that's called being a producer overseas. Let me not say overseas. International, a producer doesn't always touch the keyboards.
Sure. It's just more direction, you know?
Yeah. So I then asked a few friends of mine that, you know what, gents, I think I have an idea. We started working on this idea that I had, and then all this music, like, I used to, I don't know, the audience.
Use your language, mates. Use your language, mates.
You know what? Sometimes finder, you know? Finder means trial and error method, you know? Yeah. Because I felt like Umpakang and Maskandi and all the music from Mzansi is not well represented in terms of the new South Africa, I guess. The new South Africa is not representing it well. And most of us, we don't grow up listening to Maskandi anymore or all these other cultural songs. That's why you find a child that knows Nina Simone, but Agayaz Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
Sure.
You know? Sure. So I felt like, you know what, we need to find a way of using these sounds that we are proud of as South Africans. But at the same time, I was exposed to see Ukabza produce, Maporisa produce. And then being exposed to those people taught me a lot, you know. And then that's when I just focused more on myself. It's like every day, if I was there in their studio, I would come back and work. That fueled me up, you know. Because I started producing and then I left it. Go back and then you left it. I left it again because I felt like, this thing is hard, man. Because I had these ideas, but
getting them out,
coming out, right? Yeah. I was like, no ways. So I need help, you know. That's when I called a friend of mine who FK Mesh, How Keys, Trill, Trill and Musical Chef. So I got these guys on different songs to help me out with certain sounds, you know. And then I would have an idea, and then when I'm stuck, I'm like, you know what? I want to do this, but it's not coming out right or whatever. And then they would help me out with that. And I was like, you know what? If my friends help me with certain things, and then I can help them with certain things that they don't have, you know? Yeah. So in that process, we learned that being a team is actually what makes everything work. And what's sad is that South Africa preaches me. It's all about
I'm the guy, you know.
Yeah, it preaches first name things, you know. And I'm like, what about your last name? What if you die now? What's gonna happen? So I started working with a few friends of mine that I felt like, you know what, gents, let's help each other so that we can all make it. Yeah, so that we can all make it. And in my project, I can't say I did it myself, never. And I've seen people that say I've done it myself, and I'm like, you lie, you lie, you know. But anyway, you can't do everything yourself, man. And I think that's why this project is very unique. And even though it has a lot of try and errors, but it's gonna spark up a lot of things in the music industry.
Definitely. I think more than anything, it sticks out, you know, because there is a lot of piano music going on and like sort of the same sound going around, but sticking out is the really important part. Yeah. And here's another question that I think works with this: how important is collaboration within or amongst producers?
Important because, like I said, you could have an idea. Let me put it this way. There's people that play chords. I don't know if the listeners know chords. So you will play something that goes ding, right, on the piano. It's like ding, but you pressed maybe 3 notes or whatever. And then you could get someone, a friend of yours, that can play them proper. Instead of saying ding, it's going to be like, whatever. I'm just making an example. So he's going to play them differently, and the feel is going to be what you really want, you know? And then whoever that's good in chords might not be good in drums. For me, collaborations would be the best thing that would ever happen to South Africa.
Yeah.
If we could all just remove producer egos, artist egos and stuff, I think South Africa or Africa would rise, you know. I mean, look at all the hip hop in Mzansi. I feel like, because I don't want people to think, hey, I'm the governor of music in South Africa. No. Sure. I feel like hip hop in Mzansi started growing when all the artists started working together,
collaborating.
Yeah, and we always needed that in the house, I guess. You know, so I definitely think collaborations are the best in music, because no one has learned everything they know through themselves. Like they didn't learn it themselves. They got it from someone who taught them. So that's what a collaboration does, I guess. Yeah.
How did you pick your features? Are they your friends, or is it just talent that you... They're your friends. You know everyone. Like, if there's anything about you know everyone, bruh.
Nah, dog. Like, I wish I was Robot Boy. Robot Boy knows everyone, you know? But shout out to Robot Boy. But I guess I know a couple of people that are known, but they're my friends. We meet because we have a common goal, fighting poverty first. Yeah, I mean, that's what's important. And then we have a tool that we love, which is music. So if we collaborate and then we start becoming friends, I guess, based on how we treat each other as human beings first, you know. That's why I feel like we always need to be friends first than artists first. In order for us to work properly, the energy must be good. I mean, you can't run away from that.
That's powerful. So what makes a good song for you?
Yeah, it needs to feel good. Yeah, for me, it needs to be the feeling. I mean, of course, there's rules to be applied, you know, but it needs to feel good. One of my friends is here. Not one of them. There's two. Yeah. Shout out to Leon and Citizen Deep. Yeah.
Bro, you were famous before you got famous. You know that?
No, man. I wish I was famous, but no. I wish I was famous. Fame would have given me the power to do what I really want. You know? Yeah. But no, I'm not famous. I don't wish to be famous. I just I want to be influential.
That's the first. I haven't heard that in a while. Someone who's like, yo, man, keep the lights. I just want
to I wish the industry didn't need me to show my face.
You're the second person to say that, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen most of my friends. It's like you end up. It's either it fuels up the bad part of yourself or the good one. And even if it fills up the good one, at some point you are bound to be rude a little bit to some people, because people forget that we're all human. Yes, you might be an artist or whatever, but we're human first, you know. So a person would be like, yeah, sure, I think that's Tombe now. And you're like, sure, I'm fit, like grand. You know, you didn't greet or anything.
Yeah, it's like it's Tombe now.
Yeah, whether you with family or not, I've seen my friends going through that, and I know how they wish they couldn't. They would show their faces with a different mask, take it off.
Yeah, and then more people.
Yeah, but people forget that artists are human first. Yeah, that's the one.
I feel like we had this conversation at a very perfect time for your career, because I mean, just from the outside looking in, I didn't know you were famous already, just by the way. So I just thought this guy who's really talented, and he's just coming in, you know. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you think the future's looking like? Who are you trying to work with in the game? I mean, what's the rest of 2020 looking like for you?
To tell you the truth, I wish I could work with everyone who wants to work. As long as you believe and think you can make it with or without me, you are the one. Not people that think you're the chick. Yeah, like if you think you're still wrong. You know, I didn't work with anyone that's too big on the project.
Yeah.
There's no famous name or whatever, but I still try to make it work, you know? That's the most important thing, I guess. Yeah.
Now that you told me that Leon is your friend, I'm going to show you all the DZ questions he's been asking here. I'm going to throw all of them at you. Let's go. How many kids have you dated in your life?
None of his business. None of everyone's business. What matters the most is who I'm dating now.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what matters the most. But that one, he's just trying to put me on the spot.
Here's another one.
Please don't put anything that comes from Leon. Leon has too many secrets.
I'm catching you in the crosshairs now. You don't know what to do. Let's go. Here's another one. Answer your boy.
This guy. No, I'm not gonna answer. Sorry to everyone that's watching. This guy is not a great friend, but he's. I'll tell you one thing about Leon. He's the guy that's behind me. You know, he's an advocate. By the way, we were in the same class in high school from grade 7. We're friends till now. So he's the one that checks my stuff, like legally.
Yeah.
So he knows
that's so
everything.
Important.
Yeah.
That's so important. You're covered, bro. You're covered. Corey. This is hot.
I've been saying,
bro.
God, man. It's like I've been favored by God one too many times.
I'm actually
I guess. Yeah. At least if there was someone here who was asking proper questions, not Leon. Leon is just playing. Like, we want real questions. Yeah, you know.
No, man. I feel like you're in a great space, man. You're coming with fantastic music, and I mean, it's great to watch just on the outside and also personally meet you. Because when I tagged you the first time I was listening to Chomiam, you replied, bro. Most people just like, what the hell is this, man? Blue tick. You actually replied, you're like, yo, thank you, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this guy's actually quite humble. And I was like, okay, let me reach out and actually talk to you, man. So I think it's what else can you like advise upcoming kids to do to work on themselves and be like people who are approachable and then people who can relate to other people as well?
Before I answer that, shout out to my friend there, the musical chef.
Hey, the musical chef, what's up? Shout out.
Yeah, his EP
just now.
That's my friend as well. That's my friend. But the musical chef, his EP is coming soon. We just finished that.
You're next month. Yeah.
I mean, what you just asked. Let's hear it again, Askis. Please rephrase it.
I'm saying, do you think humility is important? Because I mean, the first time I interacted with you, it was like a very organic conversation. You know what I mean?
So
do you think that's supposed to be
like for upcoming artists, and not just upcoming artists? I feel like you don't know what you can do for someone else by simply being nice. You know, you don't have to be cruel to make it. I've seen people that have made it, and they're not good humans. But you can be a good human and still make it. That's what I believe. Excuse me. But yeah, you need to know that you can work on making music, but a hit is made by the people. So who are you to think not responding?
You're better than the people.
Yeah. So if I start not responding, that means I'm getting too many texts. But I will try, you know. And you know what's crazy is that I'm gonna start putting people like you that have been with me since on a separate list, I guess, you know.
Okay.
You know, there's people that you notice. You will notice those people, you know. But you try and be a good human being. You don't know who you're gonna help that day, I guess. You know? So yeah, you need to be a good human. I don't care how famous you are. I've met my idols and they're still humans. I mean, I've met Uzola 7, who's my idol, and he was a good human being. You know, I've met Usisbusi. She's a human being. And she was at her prime when I met her. So what makes you think you are too cool to, you know, just be a good human. I know sometimes artists feel like I'm you know what I'm saying. They might feel like that, some of them, because they'll be like, no, Pelawena, you're getting what, 5 people talking to you know? It's still a come up, you know. I understand that, but all I'm saying is that if I didn't meet anyone who's huge doing what I'm doing, then I would understand. But I've seen people responding, you know, and they're just good humans. And I'm here, some of them, because of them.
True.
You know, yeah. And I didn't change as well because they've paved the way for a lot of artists, and they've proven that you can be a good human and then still make it.
I think on that positive note is exactly where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for your time, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for doing this.
And you actually spoke to people. You see, I told you you would calm down during the interview. You're calm now, telling people about being humble. You see, you're good. You're good.
I mean, I was calm, but Ulion, man,
yeah,
is trouble. But yeah, man, thank you for everything.
Yeah, please. What we're doing is we're organizing drum kits for the kids, you know, just to send them down. So please put together a Mdoovar drum kit. We're trying to have, like, you know, promote local producers and have dope content. So yeah, please put together a Mdoovar drum kit. And yeah, see you in the game. Excited to see your growth. Congrats on everything. You're a superstar now. And yeah, put me on your guest list when the club's open. Away.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank you so much.
Hola. Away.